What's up, guys? It's your boy World Peace, and today I'm a bit tired. Yeah, okay, I didn't sleep so much. It's just 5 hours, so I hope I can keep you entertained in this analysis about the rank 3 player in EU West, which is Build. And this guy is a Riven OTP. He can play also other stuff, but mostly he plays Riven. And you have to imagine, Riven is a quite skillful champion. And for me, the problem, I'm a Anivia OTP, okay? And Riven is one of the best counter matchups to Anivia. Also, I think it has 54% win rate, even higher above Diamond. So it's a great counter pick, and I'm always looking for counter picks for Anivia in case it's picked. And I don't know this player, I don't know him, but let's see how he carries games. He's locking in Riven into mid lane against Mel. So Mel is a very poke heavy champion, but I expect that he will snowball in the mid game, and I want to understand how he does it. So my expectations for these games will be that the laning phase will be quite hard, and then as soon as side laning begins, he should have an advantage. And I think he doesn't want to lane so much. My guess would be really that he is just looking for roams. And look, guys, let's stop talking. Let's just get into the game. We're gonna mostly stay on Riven here. Let's see, I don't know which runes he has. He definitely has the Ignite going. He has Conqueror, of course, so it's a quite standard build. He's quite late to starting this matchup. I'm curious which starting item. So he takes Doran's Blade and one potion. He doesn't have a TP against Mel, which is poke heavy. Yes, I guess you have your E, and you can shield a lot of incoming damage, but I guess you have to look for quite early back. But he knows his champion, he knows his limits. Didn't skill any ability yet. Doesn't go for any defenses in terms of warding for his jungler. Just plays for himself right now. Didn't skill anything yet. He's just waiting patiently. Takes the minion, takes the Q first, takes a bit of a trade, but I think so far all good. And now, of course, in this matchup, the level 1, you basically do nothing. You try to get the melee creeps, and then you're just chilling. Nothing really here to be said. We can look at Mel. I don't know the player. I know only Raider Go is a Darius OTP, who's also rank 1, and Alvaro on the enemy team, the Camille, is a player, I'm not sure, MCoy support player. The rest I don't know. And yeah, looking at the laning phase, I think Mel is playing too respective. I would have really hoped that Mel tries to hit here more poke on the Riven. That Riven is 70% HP with level 2 is for me a little mistake, but yeah. And also the laning, Riven is already level 3, and for me already laning phase is kinda lost, and it's not because Build played so well, it's just because Mel was sleeping all day, was missing a lot of abilities. Maybe it's Build just dodging around with his Q. He plays it quite nice, to be honest. So he's basically last hitting all the minions with his Q, avoiding here a lot of poke from the Mel. And he's waiting. Seems to be a very patient player for the beginning. And as soon as there is an incoming trade from the Mel, he's just shielding. Doesn't go here for an flash outplay or something. I would have probably expected from a Riven OTP with level 3 and all in, but he is very patient, not even pushing here the lane so far. He's just a very patient player. So he wants the wave to be in that state in the middle of the map. Just takes the minions, tries to avoid a lot of trade, but now he's getting ganked, but apparently also his team is here. Nice Mel W here to avoid the counter play. So now I understand it why he plays so safe, because he's expecting to be ganked by 2 players with level 4. Super interesting. I mean, it's happening in my games as well, but it's normally around level 6, level 7. But already here with level 3, level 4, the ganks are happening, and he's now laning against 2 players. It's super annoying, especially as a melee champion. It's just super annoying. But he stays patient. He's even in CS against Mel. This is just for me very incredible. Raider go on the Olaf, has 3 kills already. He needs to make something happen because they are almost already 2k gold behind. Sniffs out now that Trash is in danger. Tries here to support them, but he cannot help. He just cannot help here. And Mel is... Oh, now he finds the Camille, goes here for the trade, but unnecessary trade here, in my opinion. You don't need to trade with the Camille at this point. You're just losing health here, so I would say a little mistake here by build, but all good. But you see now he traded, but I mean he's fine. Mel doesn't have mana. She can maybe do 2 combos if he dodges them like he already did. He should be fine. Amazing. Dodges the complete trading pattern here of Mel. So even though he's low health, he should be fine because Mel just doesn't have mana. Now tries to thin out the creeps a bit. And just dodges everything. Camille is kinda not doing anything, and it's not because of Camille, it's just because of build. He's very patient, very patient. In my opinion, did only one mistake here, trading with the Camille. I think if you didn't went for that, you had already a quite nice pressure on the lane. But with the low health, he needs to be a bit more respective. But Mel is just out of mana, and maybe Mel just should have looked here for the bag, has TP. And just, wow, goes now for the big all-in on the Mel. Beautifully played. Beautifully played. This is what I was expecting, right? When I watch a Riven OTP, you use your flash to make something happen. And he basically just waited for the right moment, for the perfect moment, for the 100% kill. Instead of going for maybe a 60% chance, maybe even 75% chance, this was just a 100% kill. He knew Mel didn't have flash up, and he just went for it. Goes here full damage. He's going for this item, I don't know what is the name, but the item which lets you remove wards from the map. It seems to be quite broken on Riven. And what I'm expecting now is that you don't stay so long in the lane anymore as Riven. I mean, you have so much mobility. You will be looking to be impacting the map as much as you can and just roam around. Nice save here on his Trash player. Both supports are still level 3. Super interesting. I think Trash really tries here to follow Camille's roam, but so far he didn't get anything out of it. He's losing a bit the support roam war. And we are again at build, trying to save his health against 2 laners basically. But Mel needs to be again quite careful. If build will see an angle, I think he will look for the all-in. I think he will just wait 17 seconds till he has his ultimate. Maybe he can look for a quick trading pattern. But yeah, so far the problem with Mel is, and I don't understand the build. Yes, you're going for the damage, but you need to go now again back because you don't have mana. So I would prefer here the mana item. But again, those are the challenger players, the Grandmaster players. I'm just a little diamond free scrub. Even lost here 3 games today. Dropped here, I think, from 70 LP in diamond 3 to 10 LP or something. I I would love to blame my teammates, and in those games actually they are to blame, but I mean, I'm one of those 5 players, so the loss is also attributed to me. Now we're seeing finally build, saw here a roaming angle. I mean, he pushes out the lane. What you do as a Riven, you look for a roam. Has the ultimate up, activates it, stops the back, and he just waiting for his teammates, maybe for the trash, to first take aggro, so he just can clean them up. Perfect, almost perfect tower dive. I would have really preferred if trash here sacrifices himself, but it's all good because now Syndra cannot farm. She's losing experience. Bougie, the Victor player, getting here a lot of money, so it's a worth trade. And Mel is for me just out of the game already. I think she just lost it already with level 1, level 2, where she was not really able to hit anything on build, and I guess the way he plays is just by expecting a trade by Mel, maybe looking also at the visuals by Mel and by the movements, and then just react in time to use his spells to dodge it, and it's just beautifully played. It's he's just playing on reaction basis, maybe also a bit of experience because you have already some games in it. But the way he plays, super patient, and now he wants to really impact the map. You see him, he's not staying so long in mid lane anymore. He's always trying to, at this point, to kill the vision around mid lane. The item name is Umbral Glaive, super strong item apparently. I was more preferring here the lethality item, which reduces the cooldown of your ultimate. He sometimes even builds that, but in this game he decides, no, I need the Umbral Glaive, I want to deny vision. We have here a little bot lane scenario. Build engages on the Mel, Mel flashes out, so Build knows, okay, for the next engagement I have my flash up, then I will all in her. Now he's in a very troubled situation. He still stuns up the Syndra and kills her. So out of a bad situation, he still kills the Syndra. And this is just a snowball kill. Let's remember, guys, the Syndra already lost a bit of experience in the bot lane. And he did a wonderful roam. Of course he's not roaming top lane. Okay, you have to understand, yes, the Olaf is super fat. But some players, even sometimes even me, I then look to make a play on the Olaf. No, you target the lane which is already put behind, and you stomp that lane even further, so you get stronger, and then you will deal with the Olaf later. He goes for the Omni-Vamp boots, Immortal Path, and I'm just curious what will be his next play. He has flash, Trash is here, he might not even need to flash it. Camille is trying to save the Mel, in the end also achieves it. Big team fight now ongoing. Raider go. The Darius OTP on the Olaf makes here play happen. And yeah, it's just so hard to play support correctly at this point. And I just don't like playing Trash as a roaming support, even though it sounds in theory very good. But you're not a Camille, you don't have a dash out. Nice flash here on the Mel. And he will get the double kill. Yeah, Alvaro is level 6, he will just die. Wonderful angle, and I was expecting that, yeah, because he saw Mel was flashing. I have flash in the next fight, so I was expecting something like that. But of course, super smooth played. For example, if I in my theory crafting, okay, Mel flashed out, I have my flash up, and as soon as she's mid lane, I will flash engage on her. I normally suck and I will still die. So you need to have the knowledge of your champion, and you need at least on Riven to be good, at least 200 games for sure. Needs to be a bit careful here, but in the end he still makes a kill happen here. He will trade his life for that. And now Briar also got baited in, she will die in the end as well. For me, not a worth trade. I mean, for build, it's fine, but for the rest of his team, it is not so fine. And I'm just very curious how they come back into this game, because look at Raider go, he's 6-1, taking here turret blades, doesn't even care if Joeli, the Dr. Mundo player, is just attacking him under the turret. He just takes the turret, goes for the all-in. Camille is here for the roam, and I guess in the end they will kill the Mundo. Wow, this is a big testosterone play here by Raider Go. All eyes now on Bougie, the Victor player, and Build. They have to make something happen. The rest of his team is unfortunately feeding. I will not call out Trash and Briar. I didn't check so much on Briar, but on Trash, it's just very hard again to play in this meta. You will give up some kills, right? And for me, Camille is just a better champion in this meta. Probably what if Trash, this Crybob, wanted to play a champion with a hook, Pyke would have been, in my opinion, the better option. Maybe it's not so good into Camille. I don't know. I don't know this matchup, but for roaming, it's just better. Build needs to give the respect. He will never win the 1v1 against the Olaf at this moment. Just clears the minion, and Build doesn't have good angles for roaming, because basically all the members are roaming to them. They find the enemy team in the jungle, and it's just too aggressive. Where's your team, Talon, Talofi? Where's your team? It's just, you need to be grouped up, synchronized. Where's the Syndra? Where was the Mel? Then you can hide in the jungle, but this is just very unfortunate. Build is now super fat, has 6 kills. Yes, he died sometimes, but always when he died, he was taking someone with him. So those are quite good or neutral kills, and in the end it just makes you stronger. Yes, you give something back to the enemy team, but you want to be ahead as Riven. You don't want to be behind in the average gold. So this is just amazing for Riven. Goes for the second item. I also build it on my Riven, Endless Hunger. Just gives you so much ability haze. I don't really feel the tenacity. It's good to have. He goes here for the 1v1 against Raider Go. Raider Go flashes in and just dies. Yeah. Even me, Diamond Free Scrub here. Sorry, you cannot. You didn't even use the Ignite. I'm not sure if it was up. Bushy flashes out here. In the end, will also be dead. And Nova freaking in the end will also die. So it's a lot of chaos. And for me, this was the first real mistake here by Build. For the rest, yes, he had one unfortunate trading pattern against Alvaro, but besides it, he plays it quite well. But this was just an unnecessary kill to Olaf again. Now he tries to avoid here also the side lane, and the side lane against Olaf, and this is the correct play. Let Dr. Mundo suffer even more. It doesn't matter. He will be just a tank. He will provide nothing but health to the team, absorbing damage. And you as a Riven, you want to find Mel. You even want to find Talon, Syndra, Camille in a 1v1. You don't want to find the Olaf, okay? Maybe with your team you can kill him, but the correct play is here what he's doing. Going for the side lane, pushing the wave, gets here free turret, goes here for the plate. Could be a bit dangerous because he doesn't have a lot of vision, but I guess he knows where all the players are. So it's a calculated risk. And as soon as he sees Olaf, I guess he will rotate to mid lane, go for a bag, or maybe go to the other side lane. If he takes the golems, it's a bit too much, yes. So he will back off. Looks here now for the rotation. This is what you need to do as a Riven player. You are fast in mobility. You want to rotate as soon as someone was covering the minions. Unfortunate for him, he doesn't find anyone. But this is the correct play. He needs to group up with the team because he would have tempo on the map. And you see Olaf still would have needed some time to be there in time. I'm not sure if they will contest Drake. No, they're giving it up. I see a little engage on the mid lane. Trash almost dies again. He's waiting around on the side, finds the Mel, and she's just insta-dead. Not even flashing out here. And they had vision. Unacceptable at this point. But let's remember, guys, this is a Grandmaster Challenger game. So those are the best players in Europe. So if I criticize them, let's remember, those are the top 1%, okay? So big compliment to all those players achieving that high of a rating. Amazing for build, and again, this is the correct play. He sees Olaf is on the bot side, perfect, so I can go top lane, and someone needs to meet me. And even if it's a 2 versus 1 scenario, I might take someone with me. I guess he sees the Talon, yes, he's the Talon here, applying here pressure on the top side. And he's fine, even if Talon tries to make something happen. This is just fake pressure. He doesn't know it because he doesn't have vision, unfortunately. And now look at the minimap. The whole team was rotating more on the bot side. And I think this is the correct play for build. Just stay there. Take the turret, apply side lane pressure. You get money, nice money. Not sure if he goes really for the back. Okay, me, Diamond, free player, I would have stayed. I would have died, but probably a correct play to go back here. Goes here for the Death Stancer. Amazing item on the Riven. Finds now the enemy team is just here to clear out the minions. Maybe he looks for them just to hunt them down a bit. He sees the Briar ult. It actually hit. Wow, nice nice ult, but maybe it's too much. I'm not sure if they can kill him, but build engages heavily onto Raider Go. He wanted that shutdown money. He at least finds the Camille, so it's a worth trade, and they actually also kill the Talon. Beautiful. Guys, this was a 2 versus 3, almost 4. Unlucky they didn't get Raider Go, but Raider Go will die now also in the jungle. Beautifully played. He invested everything, flash, ignite, but beautifully played. And this is what you need to be aiming for as a Riven. Play around your flash city. So this is when you have playmaking opportunities, and it's so hard. I know that. It's so hard to play around your flash. You never, as a Riven, want to flash out if you're catched, and just not for dying, okay? As a Riven, you always save your flash for the engage. Now, applying here some pressure on the turret, but it's Riven. Even if Camille is there, I'm not sure if they can make something happen. Camille has ult, no ult up. Build this out. It's Riven. Actually Stacy, because he sees the TP, goes for the all-in now on the Alvaro, because he's just too close in melee range, gets he 1 kill. Joely is here, he will get another kill. Maybe looks also for the Talon, but Talon is out now. And yeah, I guess it's worth for them. Wow! Nicely by Creep Pop. Now! Holy moly. I was harassing here a bit Creep Up in the early game, but that play made everything well. Again, now Joely, I mean, he got 2 items, he's just a tank. You cannot kill him. And let's remember, he was, I think, 0-5, 0-4. And Joely played well. He came back into the game, surviving against the Olaf. He's still fine. Should be still fine, I guess. Guys, let's watch that. Yeah, he's just too tanky. Raider Go now invest also the flash. But at that point, I guess you need the Blade of the Ruined King, even if it sounds stupid. But otherwise you will never... let's just stop it here, okay? Or maybe I can play it for you. I guess nothing will be happening here anyway. But that's the problem. I think the problem for Raider Go was, yes, you have the standard Olaf build, but you will never kill Mundo. Yes, you destroyed him in the early game, but he's just going tanky and he will survive for too long. And your whole team, you don't have an ADC player, which is the meta, it's fine. But you still need the Blade of the Ruined King, otherwise you never kill the Mundo. Mundo now goes here for the magic resist, and he's just too tanky. Yes, you can kill a Mundo if you're like 3 players, 4 players, then you can kill him. But guys, let's go back here to build. Goes here for the Hex Shrinker. I like this itemization. Also in my game, I bought it one time. Felt also a difference. Felt more tanky against those double AP players. Finds the Mel in the Bash, and I just love. I think we are taking it for granted. I mean, okay, they find the tail and he's just that. I just love how smooth he plays with Riven. Especially his Q use. Okay, cast the curse, of course. They are finding Olaf is just a suicide mission. For what? I mean, Talon is already dead, and these are just solo Q plays. I'm doing that also in my game, but it's unfortunate, right? You see here, one player is already dead. Let's just give them the Baron if they're going for the Baron. Let's not force something. Otherwise, we are giving just more gold, and there is no kill angle here. They're grouped up. Just a bit sad. Now, build here tries to find here the Mel, and Mel is just dead. Also, these are just 3 kills. Dodges here even the E, and I guess she's just dead. Nothing to be said. He uses his W. Trash is just waiting for the assist. Takes here also a Lantern. Maybe we'll also finish out the wave here. And in my opinion, this game swung quite heavily, not only because of the play build made with Briar, with her beautiful ultimate, but they cannot kill the Mundo. Victor was all the time playing a very solid game. Yes, Trash had some difficulties in the early game, but it's also quite hard now. Little engagement here on Nova freaking. Briar is dead. Bill tries to make something happen, kills the Camille. Maybe we'll find also Talon uses his flash. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Would have preferred to actually save the flash. You got 1 kill. It's alright, right? But let's look here at Joely, right? Joely is so tanky. I wouldn't even have used my Q here. Would have just preferred the tower damage. What you gonna do, right? This is for me just a draft diff. Yes, now Talon finds the Dr. Mundo, but look at it. There are 3 players, and Joely is just absorbing every damage. Also, itemization diff. I really think Raider Go, if he would have had the Blade of the Rune King earlier bought, it would have been so smooth. But of course, I understand also his choice why he went with the itemization selection. Now let's look at build again. Build, nothing really here to point out. He maxes his Q first, then E, and then W. Standard Riven skill combination. Finds here Raider Go on the sideline. Goes here for the 1 versus 1. I would be still a bit careful. Uses his ultimate. And Raider Go ignores here build. Nice W here by the Mel to prevent a lot of damage. Now finds here Alvaro and Mel. Mel is dead. Talon will escape. And build just gets a triple kill. Not so fancy, I would say. Just standard play here by build. He is not really expected to make incredible outplays, even though he made quite solid movements around bot lane with Briar. It was just a fantastic 2 versus 3 and 4 situation. But what I really love about build, and I mentioned it before already, is just his way he is controlling Riven, especially with his Q movement. Yes, the E is a standard movement here by Riven, but the Q movement is just amazing. Now he just dies here for nothing. I don't know why he just didn't went back. Briar finds here Talon. In the end, Talon will escape. And Nova freaking is also just dead again, I guess, if they can find here the last hit. No. Talon will go for the back. And yeah, still quite even game here. I tried to look a bit about the itemization. Nothing surprising here. Maybe Camille going more for the damage orientation. besides, I think it's a very... Also, Talon didn't play with Ghostblade. Very interesting why he didn't selected that itemization. Ghostblade, Talon, I think it's standard. But okay. Besides it, nothing interesting here. Build is up again. He's basically a full item. So it's a very cheap item build. Goes here for the Thundering Sky. What is his name? Sundered Sky. Full item at 28 minutes. Maybe later you will sell some items to get even bigger items. Groups here up with his team. So he's not going for the side lane. Maybe... Yeah, he cannot go top lane because Raider Go Olaf is top lane. So he's looking here for the side lane where Mel supposedly is. And doesn't have flash up. I mean, he has ultimate. Dodges here again the Q. And that's just beautiful. Every ability Mel uses is just dodged here by build. And he's so fast. Yeah, so fast. Now has here might have an angle. Sees here Syndra. Maybe we'll play a bit more with respect. I don't think you can go here for the double kill here without your flash. But he tries to make something happen, popping his ultimate. Syndra is just dead. No, he misses his ultimate, unfortunate. Hex Shrinker, you saw it here, amazing against double AP combo. Tries to make a play happen on the Mel. Mel needs to use the Sonias. Dodges here a lot of ability in the end. Catch here by the Syndra stun, but survives. The Omni Vamp is just too strong. Also the magic resist, Sundering Sky, Death Dance of course. And it's GG. For me, to sum it up guys, I would have expected by build more roams, at least pre level 10. The problem though for him was that all the champions roamed to him. So he was never able to roam and make Riven, one of the biggest strengths of Riven is just the mobility and to roam around the map in a very efficient way. But for me, he played the laning phase almost perfectly, was almost dodging every ability from Mel, and even continuing in this game. I don't know how many skill shots Mel tried to hit on build, and how many of those were just dodged by build. So amazingly played, wonderful reaction time, wonderful prediction awareness. Also to point out his side laning. So he made one mistake against Raider Go where he tried to side lane against him. He just died. And then he fixed his side laning, tries always to be on the mirrored side of Olaf, and this was really a success for him. He made some outplays. He was always able to get into the range to kill Mel, right? He was dodging around, and then suddenly he was so close at Mel that he just needed to all in. Wonderfully played, wonderful itemization. There is nothing really to be mentioned here in the end. I think the last thing is really just save your flash. I think for me it's even preferable to die, even though if I could have flashed as Riven, and really save the Riven flash for the next engage, because you saw it here, most of his successful kills were done with his flash. I mean, he did also many without flash, but yeah. Guys, that was it. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if you... I don't know build, if he's a pro player or not. Let me know if you want more of those underground players reviewed. And it's the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a great day.